Hello everybody, my name is Omar Ali. Welcome to TransformOver. I am a master trainer with the ISSA, a kinesiologist, a 2-time certified nutritionist, and a 7-time bodybuilding champion. Our show is designed to help you make better lifestyle choices and make better decisions regarding your health and fitness. So let's go in the gym.
My name is Rose Arsenault. I formerly was the weather reporter for the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. I was there for about 20 years. And then about 10 years ago, I switched jobs, and now I'm working for Tourism New Brunswick.
So back day today, okay? We're gonna reverse the process. We're gonna start with glutes and hamstrings today. I'm gonna start you off with a superset. I want you to superset single leg hamstrings with single leg deadlifts. I'm gonna demonstrate. It's a new exercise. It's very, very good for the hamstrings and glutes. Extremely effective. You're gonna feel it right away. And your hamstrings will be a little tight for the next couple of days. You'll know what I'm talking about. Because you're doing one leg at a time, make sure that the leg that you're working is in the center. Okay, so when you come down, that leg should be as close to the center as possible. And you're only focused on that one leg. So do 15 reps with that. And up. Good job. And don't let the weight touch. Yeah. Looking good. Deadlifts, we normally do deadlifts with a bar, right? And we go over, under, we go all the way down with the bar and come back up, okay? With these, what I want you to do is, you're gonna bring both weights forward to one leg, to the leg that you're actually gonna work, okay? You're gonna look straight ahead. You're gonna keep your back straight. I want you to throw that leg back and go all the way down, stretch all along your leg, and right back up and contract. Okay? So that's for that hamstring. Slide the weight down. Don't bend the leg. Yeah, don't bend the leg. There you go. Okay? So what you wanna do is you wanna slide the weight down, all the way down, as far as you can, Watch the balance, and back, okay? Watch the balance, and back, and all the way up. So when you come back, I want you to bring that leg back down, like that, okay? All the way down, stretch, stretch, there we go, and back. Watch out, it takes some practice. It takes some practice, okay? You can do it. Very good. Very good. Very good. Nice, Rose. There you go. There you go. You got the hang of it. This is really good for the stabilizers. Really good for stabilizers and all the hamstring and glute muscles as well. Nice. You can do it. You can do it. Right back into it. Right back into it. Beautiful. The further down you go, the more you stretch. Exactly. The more tension you're putting on the hamstring. Get full range of motion. Nice. Nice. You're good. You're good. So supersetting is doing 2 different exercises back to back. We're really targeting the hamstrings. That combination is a little tough, but especially the single leg deadlifts, single leg hamstring deadlifts, or stiff leg deadlifts, if you will, are pretty tough. They're very challenging. They use a lot of stabilizer work, stabilizer muscles, but they're extremely effective for the development of the hamstrings, tightening up the hamstring area, the back of the legs, especially for females. Actually, it's really good because females struggle with the back of their legs. Most females struggle with the back of their legs and getting that muscle tone in that area. So this is a great combination for that. Stay tuned.
My husband started up before I did, and I liked the results that I was seeing in him. So I started probably in December, and the results were quick, which is really motivating. So I've been coming to him ever since. And if anything, I would like to increase the number of times I see him, because right now, because I'm so committed to tennis, I see him twice a week for 1 hour each time. And it's good, But like anything, you know, golf, I would prefer to play 3 times a week. Tennis, I would play every day if I had my choice. But because I like tennis so much, I can really only commit to him for those 2 hours a week so far anyway.
This time, because we're doing them fairly in the beginning of the workout, you know, fairly early during the workout, we're actually going to use weight, which you've never done before, okay? So we're still going to go for the same amount of reps. I still want to go for the same kind of form, but you're actually going to be holding weight, okay? So you're going to be holding 10-pound dumbbells, going all the way, one leg at a time, okay? But let's start with the crossover lunges without any weight, all the way around, okay? Give her, go. Good job. Nice. Nice. Look at that form, perfect. You're stronger than you think. All right, okay, you're good? Okay. All right, so let the weights hang, okay, all the way down, and exactly, on with the leg. Perfect, perfect, look at that. 2. You got it. 7. Got it. 8.
I said to him in the beginning, and I hope to stay motivated to this, I feel like his creation. I feel that he can mold or sculpt me. And I don't want to disappoint him. I see him as an artist, and I don't want to spoil it by either, you know, not eating right. I'll commit to getting here, no problem, but it's the eating that's really a challenge, and I think a lot of people would say that. And I am a foodie and love my food, so it's hard to get the two of them in sync, but when they're in sync, wow, there's no better feeling. You feel good, mind, body, soul, spirit, everything. I just feel so much better. You have more energy. You wake up in the morning, you're a couple of pounds lighter. You have more muscle definition. There's nothing not to like about working out.
We're going to do reverse extensions on the ball, okay? And then we're going to superset those reverse extensions with cable rows, palms up, okay? So that way you can really hit the bottom, okay, the lower part of the lats, okay? So let's go to the ball first. Let's push the ball down a little bit further, Rose. Just a little bit there. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Good. That way you get more range of motion, okay? So if the ball is too high, you won't get the same range of motion. Yeah. There. Nice. Nice. Tight all the way back. Beautiful. Yeah, and as high up as you can go. Perfect. Keep your back arched, so that way you can actually get that contraction, you know, squeeze all the way down at the bottom, okay? So squeeze, keep your elbows down to your side. Okay? And down a little, yeah, there. Good, and squeeze back. Nice, and hold. And when you pull, here, pull back, come back, down this way, there. Not too far down, but just a little bit there. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that back. Look at that back.
I used to say I work out, which meant I would go to the gym and I would do things that I liked. I would do things that I knew I could get a little definition there if I did my favorite tricep workout or biceps or calves. But I was really never disciplined enough to do maybe a third or even a fourth set. I would skip squats every time. When you start feeling the pain, those are the ones that count. So you really have to get to that point. And normally I would never get to that point because I'd quit before. But with him, I'm like giving him another 2, giving him another 3, and the results are there.
That's my girl, good job. Right down. 3, beautiful. Right down, squeeze. 4, excellent. Again. 5. Yeah, come on, I got you. 6. We're only doing 12. We're only doing 12, let's go. Down, 7. Again. 8. 4, together. Nice. 3, together, I got you. 10, stay strong, mama. It's your last one, right here. Down, perfect, got it. Perfect.
And everybody will want to come after they see that.
Great job, Rose.
Thank you.
That was Rose Arsenal's back workout. Now, the way I have her training split done is basically on a 2-day per week basis. So the back half is actually done on 1 day. So everything that we covered today basically covers all the muscles, all the muscle groups in the back half of her body. So we started with hamstrings, we hit the glutes, we hit the lower back, mid back, and all the way to upper back. So that covers her entire back side. The next time she comes in this week, Thursday, we're gonna do the front half, the front muscle groups. So you don't look like that just walking on a treadmill, I guess.
And this is the before picture, not the after. We're still working towards that.
It's still a work in progress. This is a work in progress, believe it or not. She's come a long ways, actually. She's done phenomenal. And I'm extremely proud of Rose. She works really, really hard. She follows everything I tell her outside of here. You know, her nutrition is good for the most part. She lives it. She lives a lifestyle, and it's a journey that will take her wherever she wants to be. So hopefully, you never know. Actually, there's talk that I might be able to convince her to compete one day in a physique competition. So if she does, I know, and I have no doubt that I will be able to get her in the best shape of her life and get her actually a very, very, very good condition, and she would have a very good chance in placing at the very top if she does decide to do it. So I'm working on it, okay? If you do ever see her on stage, you'll know why. But I have a lot to work with, and thank you again, Rose. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, I'm a perfectionist, and Omar knows that about myself. So when I walked in here, I wanted to see results immediately, and I am pretty fortunate. I take after my father, and we do develop muscle relatively quickly. But for that reason, I wanted to be like ready to, be in a competition tomorrow. And he kept telling me, Rose, it's not a destination, it's a lifestyle. And I'm like, oh, okay. So there are times when I come in here and, I'm joking with them, and I'll show them what I think is the start of my 6-pack, and some days it's there and some days it's not. When it's there, oh my goodness, that's so motivating. When it's not, you get a little discouraged, but don't make a bad day a bad week. Don't make a bad week a bad month. So I always look at it that way, and if I cheated on the weekend, well, Monday morning comes, I know I'm seeing him at 5 o'clock, and he'll know if you're disciplined or not. He'll know if you've cheated. He'll say, oh, so did you have a good weekend? Mm-hmm. And then if you've done well, he'll applaud you for doing well, and he will, right off the top of his head, list all of the benefits of doing well, and you can't argue that.
Hey guys, it's Omar Ali with OFC Formula 4 Fitness again. I know we've talked a few times about weight loss and losing body fat, changing your body's composition, nutrition and lifestyle, education. But what I also want to touch on, and I really want to touch on this point quickly today, it's muscle building. And to a lot of people, the first thing that comes to their mind when I say muscle is these big muscle monsters that they see on TV or in magazines. That's not necessarily true. Those people that you see in magazines are professional bodybuilders, and they dedicate their entire lives to basically building their physiques to where it's at today. And they do that competitively, and they make a living off of it. Building muscle isn't just that, okay? That's the very, very extreme of muscle building, okay? We're talking about weight loss. What about, a lot of people who are really small and frail and skinny? A lot of those people are told to put on a little bit of weight because they look too thin, they look unhealthy, okay? It's the same exact, it's just the other extreme. It's the same exact kind of issue. Some people have to lose weight to look healthy and to be healthy. And some people on the opposite end of the spectrum have to gain a little bit of weight to look healthy and to be healthy. But weight isn't just any weight, okay? To be healthy and to look healthy, you should only consider adding lean muscle tissue, not body fat, because body fat isn't healthy, regardless of where your starting point is. Regardless if you're thin and you have to put on a little bit of weight, if you add body fat, you're not really doing yourself justice, and you're not doing yourself a favor. So you're doing more damage. So the point is, if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, building muscle is the majority of that process. And it's the right way to go about that process. More importantly, building muscle has direct impact on your metabolic rate. You hear a lot of people talking about metabolism. This person has a fast metabolism, that's why they don't gain body fat. Well, that is correct to a certain extent. Metabolism is sometimes genetic, but most of the time it has to do with your lifestyle and directly with the amount of muscle that your body is carrying. The more muscle your body carries, the higher your metabolic rate is. So the higher your metabolism. And by having a high metabolism, you're not only losing the body fat, but you're keeping the body fat off. So for people who are trying to lose weight, they should build some muscle to elevate their metabolic rate so they can lose the body fat and keep it off. And for people who are thin and trying to gain weight, they should also build some muscle. Not to elevate their metabolism, but because that's the healthy way of putting on weight. Because that way you have solid, lean muscle tissue, okay, to increase your weight, increase your strength, your size, and keep you healthy forever. Muscle is the key. Good luck.
Even when there are 5 people here, we're all motivating one another. We're, encouraging each other. I remember a guy on the treadmill the other day, and I was doing those crossover lunges, and oh my gosh, it was hard, and he knew it was hard, and every time I made my round, he's like, gosh, you're incredible. I can't believe what you're doing. And I'm like, and you've been working out for an hour on that thing. I'm impressed with what you're doing. So it's just really neat to that sense of family and that sense of community that's in this gym. So I think that's really neat. Like, I'm just starting to get to know everybody's names, and we're all doing the same thing, and we're all very much each other's motivator. Oh, really? As I say, I'm such a perfectionist. I don't want the bodybuilder type shape at all. I like the definition. I like the knowledge that I gain from being with Omar and training with Omar, knowing what foods to eat. He shares with me some things that make such sense. And when things aren't working for me, he knows why. That maybe his meal plan, I'll share it with you, not the food, but you'll have breakfast in the morning, you'll have a mid-morning snack, you'll have lunch, you'll have a mid-afternoon snack, you'll have supper, and then you'll have another snack. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never eaten that much. But if you do it that way for some reason it works. If you eat your fruit, your apple, and a steak, it won't work as well because you haven't separated them. Like, those are the kinds of things he shares with you, and sometimes they don't make sense to you, except you see the results as a result of doing what he's told you to do. So those things are all educational.
So we're going to start with the most simple form of breaking down energy sources. Let's break down energy sources, where your calories come from. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out for the most part. But what's more important is actually where those calories are coming from. So your calories are coming from three main nutrients, or, well, macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So that kind of breaks it down to really as simple as of a form as possible. We're going to talk a little bit more about proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. A typical meal, a healthy meal, should consist of all three of those. Balance is key. So where are we getting the protein from? Where are we getting the carbohydrates from? And where are we getting the fats from? We're going to talk about those sources, and we're going to discuss what's good and what's bad, and what you should look for when you're eating a meal in general, before you actually go into the depth of how much calories I should eat per day, or how many meals I should have per day, and so forth. Let's just discuss on what we should have in one meal and where those sources are coming from.
And most of it comes when I'm at the tennis courts. There was a group of 4 playing on a court, and they stopped playing and were watching my court. And so I kind of looked over, and then one of the girls just piped up and said, "Yeah, we're talking about you." And I said, "Oh, what?" And I really wasn't sure what. And they're like, "Your legs are wicked." And I've never really seen my legs as my strong point. But then she was telling me stories about, you know, what they were noticing, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's neat." And then just on Saturday, one of the girls said, like, "How do I get that?" And I went, "Omar, like, really?" And she knows that I'm doing the work, and I know I'm doing the work, but I wouldn't do it without him. And I am a motivated person. I will push myself. I will work on my own for an hour. But as I said, I'll do the stuff that is easy to me, that I like. I had a really safe routine. And yeah, I could see a little bit of definition, but what I'm doing with him, it's a killer workout. It's a killer workout. If you're expecting to come here and just, you know, walk on the treadmill and do light weights, it ain't gonna happen. You're gonna work really, really hard, but the rewards are gonna be there for you.
That's our show today, folks. Before we go, I want to leave you with a couple of tips, actually. A couple of great sayings that I'm a very big fan of. First one is 80% of success is showing up. The other one that kind of ties into it a little bit is the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. They both lead to the same thing. You got to begin with one step. It's all about getting started. That's our show. Thank you for watching Transform Over. My name is Omar Ali.